follow what they say, what they do. Probably you don't understand what they say. But the hell, y'all. Anything about Buddhism?
Yeah, we learn
Tell me about it.
we have to do some interviews on like the religion and then we learn about
What's the project about? What's the Buddhism. You want to learn about Buddhism? I was an electrical engineer, so one thing I learned from engineering was energy. We say material energy is never created or destroyed. It only transforms from one form to the other. Human the same. We are a form of energy, a form of spiritual, whatever you call it. We will transform. We are this way. Get old and sick, die, but we're gonna transform to something else. So Buddhism teaching you how do you accept it and transform gracefully, knowing where you're going. Next life. We're not only living for this life, we're living for what's next, what's in the future. Not the core difference with Christian is this: there's a God in Christian is determined to create everything. Buddhism is no. Buddha don't create you. Buddha do not do anything for you. Buddha only give you the teaching. So you learn, you better for yourself. Because if you do it right, you become Buddha. You will become Buddha. Some take a long time, many lifetimes. Some, for him, one lifetime. So he was a prince. He practiced for the first 6 years. He followed Hinduism. They worship many things. He practiced, he trained meditation. He did many things, but didn't go anywhere. He's only suffering. I'm just trying to kill myself, right? He starved himself. He sit down for many hours, but he couldn't find. He feel peace at that time, but when he out of meditation, he feel like I'm back to normal now. I'm gonna feel pain. I'm still feeling sick. I'm gonna die. He couldn't escape that for truth. So he continued to practice, and after 6 years, he found a way. After 6 years, he found a way that there's a way to practice. Learning Buddhism meaning you understand relation. You know how to interact with others, the animal, the environment, and the whole universe. That's basic teaching of Buddhism. But Buddhism teaching is learn how to interact with other humans, anything around you, and the whole universe. That's it. So nothing, not God, nothing. No, there's no God in Buddhism. Because you can become Buddha. Buddha meaning you become nature. You can control what form you're gonna be in. You can be in any form you want because your knowledge, your ability to become nature. We are trapped in this body because we cannot fly, right? Mm-hmm. But when you become Buddha, you can do whatever you want. You become energy. You become nature. So that's the basic teaching of Buddhism. So there's no God. And no but karma. You probably heard the word karma. Mm-hmm. What you do, you will pay for that. You will pay for that. If you do some bad thing to others, it will come back to you, regardless. And nobody can save you. You cannot pray to Buddha. I already hurt that person, can you take that sin away from me? You have to pay. Even Buddha have to pay his sin. Because he practiced many lifetimes. So he hurt some others. He done some bad thing. As human, for example, you don't intend to kill anything, right? Standing right here, I probably have killed some insect, bacteria or something under my feet right now. Yeah, unintentionally. So as human, we already committing some crime. We do some bad already. Looking at some person and I don't like that person. You committing some negative deeds already. So being human alone, you're committing crime every day. But how to control your thought so you don't do it again? You don't do it again. That's the key. Believe or you actually understand it.
Yeah.
You just go there because of everybody doing it. Because my parents asked me, forced me to go. Something. Only a few, whatever religion you're in, only a few 5 to 10% really there to understand, to learn about what they believe in. So going to church doesn't mean you're really there. Same thing here.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people when we have an event where thousands of people show up, but I'll tell you probably 5% really there to learn how to escape the sixth realm that we study. Even the heavenly realm, you still stuck. You enjoy it, but after you enjoy all your good deeds, good karma, you're still falling down. If you don't do good, you fall down. So Buddha is different. Buddha escaped the sixth realm. So he's outside of the sixth realm. Like you see the rocket. The airplane still got the force of gravity pull it down, right? If you turn off the engine, it fall around. The rocket different because the force so high, when it escape the orbit, the gravitational force of the Earth, it can fly whatever you want, right? Wherever you want. So Buddha is something that escape the gravitational force of the Earth. So he's outside of the sixth realm. The sixth realm keeps circling. Do good, you go up level. Let me quiz you. You seem to be with the glasses like me. What are the six realms?
Yeah, there are a lot of similarities, especially in like the core teachings. You know, do well, like do good for others, and generally be like a good person. Like in most religions, they're all going to be the same, unless it's like a really, really weird religion. Just don't be that. But yeah, like also the Ten Commandments is really similar to the Eightfold Path. Basically, it's just a way of living and just doing good things for the world. There are several. I mean, if you're like a strict Buddha, not a strict Buddha, but if you're a strict Buddhist, like Buddha is not a god. He's a teacher, as I said before. And Catholicism, of course, you look up to God. Also, Catholicism, after being in St. Thomas for 4 years and going through all the theology classes, I've seen that there's a lot of Catholicism stresses guilt. It's a lot of the time, whenever you sin, like God is loving and forgiving, but sometimes I see things and it just comes out like God will get you, like God is gonna come for it. I don't know, it's different in I can see how there's a lot of anxiety involved. This is kind of controversial, I'm sorry.
No, this is good, no.
Buddhism isn't really big on rituals and traditions. I mean, I know they're different for each sect of Buddhism. There are some that are really, they look at Buddha as like a god, and so that's why you have the big gold temple and you have all the big festivities. But then Zen Buddhism is really, really simple. It's not so much worshiping, it's more just living. And so we don't really have like festivities. There's Buddha's birthday, but they do like lantern festivals. But it's not really like Christmas, gonna have Christmas. Yeah, we don't really do that. So there aren't really
Is there
festivities.
anywhere where you celebrate it in South Florida?
You can go to a temple, or there are groups that get together to celebrate different festivities. But the core part of Buddhism isn't really on celebration. Like this sounds depressing. No, we don't have like holidays. You know, like we'll celebrate it with other people, but it's not like there's big days where all Buddhists celebrate. It's not a big thing.
Okay.
There's a story that explains our core belief, and basically there's an older monk and a younger monk, and they're walking and they're going along this trail trying to get to a city. So they're passing through one of the towns and they see a rich woman with an elegant gown, and it had just rained, and so this road is just muddy and there's a big puddle. So the older monk he went over to her and was like, "Ma'am, I can carry you across this mud. I don't want you to get your dress all dirty." So he picked her up and he crosses the road and he puts her down on the other side. And she just walks away. She doesn't even say, "Oh, thank you for your help." No, she just walks away. And so the younger monk's like, "Wow, that was really rude." But they keep on going, and then 20 miles later, the younger monk goes to the older monk. He's like, "You know, why aren't you mad? Why aren't you upset that woman didn't even thank you? She was so rude to you." And the older monk told her, "I put that woman down 20 miles ago. Why are you still carrying her?" And basically it says, the moral of the story is that you aren't supposed to get caught up in things that have already happened, because you're here now. I'm in this moment, but I'm not thinking about what I did behind. It's just, you don't carry or obsess about things in the past. You're living your moment in every moment of time. So the older monk, who's just more experienced, he takes that and he believes, he lives by that.
Okay. So, Gabe's gonna teach us how to meditate today.
Yeah, so usually, I mean, you can basically meditate anywhere, but if you're gonna do like the all-out meditation, usually we have like a cushion or something that we can sit on the floor, but we don't really have that in the classroom. But we can still do it. Usually, so you get like, if you had a cushion, you could like put it like here. It's like a thick cushion, and you can like straddle it. Sometimes it's more comfortable. But the classic way of doing it is like, yeah, we're going up. You would take the cushion, you put it on there, and you would sit on it, and then you cross your legs, right? And then you take your hand. If you're a girl, you put your left hand over your right hand. If you're a guy, you put your right hand over your left hand. And then you hold it like this, put your two hands like this, you put your thumb together, and then you put it on your stomach. You put your thumb right near your belly button. You hold it there, and that's so you can feel your breath in and out. The whole point of meditation is to focus on your breath and focus on being in the moment. So you like that? It's actually more comfortable. But then you put it there, and then with your eyes, you're gonna like close them, but just to the point that there's a little light coming in. It's like a little slit of light. So you want to close your eyes with just enough opening so you can't see the pattern on the floor or like anything here, but you still have some light in, or else you're gonna fall asleep. You're not supposed to do that. And so when you do that, you breathe. You just focus on breathing in and out from your stomach. And some people, to learn, you have to just do it. You have to. Some people it helps if they count like breaths, and but once you get more like used to it, you just breathe in and out. That's it.